And if you're on the hunt for a new job, a lot of people feel a recruiter can help, but how do you know if the person is helping or hurting your chances? Well, Randy Wooden is here with some great advice. Good morning, and he just told me it's 12 years today.
Believe it or not,
since you've been giving great advice here.
More gray hair now. Gray hair's coming back.
Well, we thank you for each and every one. So how do we start today? First, just finding.
Well, first of all, what are the different kinds of recruiters? And essentially, there are recruiters that work in-house for larger companies, and their sole job is to fill openings for that employer. But for most people, if you're not applying at big companies, you're applying to smaller companies. Very often they'll use search firms or staffing companies. In other words, these are independent companies that represent a lot of different employers across different industries and different functions. And so those are the two different cases, and in neither case do you as the job hunter pay anything. And if you ever are asked for money, run.
That's important. That's important.
Yeah, exactly.
So how can you know in finding the one that works best for you?
Just like they could find you. It's through networking and through doing online searches. So talk to people who are like you, who have been recruited or placed by a recruiter. Talk to hiring officials and see who were the good recruiters that they used. Go to LinkedIn and do keyword searches, find recruiters that have not only the fact that they're a recruiter, but that they specialize in your areas. Look to see how long they've been in business. Look to see the recommendations and the endorsements that they get from their peers. That should give you a sense that, hey, we're at least aligning ourselves with somebody who knows what they're doing.
Research can go a long way as well.
Well, it sure can. I'll tell you, one of the biggest concerns our clients have is, I don't hear back.
Yeah, what do you do? When's a good time
I'm a job
to call?
hunter. Yeah, I don't hear back. I don't know any. Who do I? Whatever. And the reason you don't hear back from recruiters, think about it. They're a middleman. They have to rely on feedback from the hiring manager or from the employer. And so if the recruiter hasn't heard anything, they don't have anything to tell you. And so are they going to tie up their day calling you saying, I'm sorry, I don't have anything for you? Now, I would argue that they should be able to send an email, some generic something that says, hey, you're on our radar, we haven't heard anything, as soon as I hear something, I'll get back to you.
Just to touch base, but then you don't want to rely on them completely, so it's best that you can take a position to market yourself as well.
Sure, they're just part of the puzzle, and probably the best thing to end with is, how do I become more recruitable? And again, it goes back to talk to people who have been recruited, people who do what you do. What is on their resume? What does their LinkedIn profile look like? And go online and find ads that recruiters have run. And if you could do that job, make sure that those keywords from that ad, if they're appropriate, are on your resume and on your LinkedIn profile. Again, it's a word match game, but it goes back to networking. Single biggest thing I could tell anybody, if they know, like, and trust you, and you've had conversation with a recruiter, guess what? They're going to be more apt to think of you when they have an opening.
And to remember you for that job.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're most welcome.
As always, it's always great answering those questions for Randy. If you have any more, you can give him a call at 776-6829 or email him at procenter@goodwillnwnc.org.